The murder of Shafilea Ahmed. Shafilea Iftikhar Ahmed was a British Pakistani girl who was murdered by her parents at the age of 17 due to her refusal to accept an arranged marriage. Shafilea Ahmed was born on 14th July 1986 in Bradford, West Yorkshire. The daughter of Pakistani immigrant parents, she had the nickname Shaf. Her parents, who are of the Sunni branch of Islam and native Punjabi speakers, originated from the village of Uttam in the Gujarat district. The family lived in the Great Sankey area of Warrington, Cheshire. Ahmed attended Great Sankey High School, its sixth form centre Barrow Hall College and Priestley College from September 2003. She was an A-level student and hoped to become a solicitor. During a trip to Pakistan earlier in 2003, Ahmed had swallowed bleach in what was reported to be a suicide attempt. Her parents claimed this had been a simple mistake and that she had drunk the bleach during a power cut because she thought it was mouthwash, a claim prosecutors called a stupid and obvious lie. Ahmed suffered extensive damage to her throat for which she was having regular ongoing care at the time of her disappearance. According to media reports, she had turned down a suitor in a forced marriage during this trip, although her parents denied there being any attempts made to pressure her into agreeing to the prospective marriage. Ahmed disappeared 11th of September 2003 and had been missing for a week before her teachers informed the police. Subsequently, a major campaign urged anyone with information to come forward. Actress Shobna Gulati fronted the media campaign and read some of her poems on television. A nationwide hunt was launched, but when Ahmed failed to seek treatment for her damaged throat, detectives became convinced she had been murdered in a possible honour killing connected to her rejection of her Pakistani suitor. Superintendent Geraint Jones told the Daily Mirror that her family say a suitor had been found for her in Pakistan, but she was free to make her own decisions. In February 2004, Ahmed's dismembered remains were found after heavy flooding in the River Kent near Sedgwick, Cumbria, 70 miles away from Warrington. Police said the corpse was deliberately hidden, and a gold zigzag bracelet and blue topaz ring found with the body were identified by her parents. Due to the advanced decomposition of her remains, the cause of death could not be determined by the pathologist. Detective Sergeant Mike Foster stated at a hearing, "The pathologist could not determine the cause of death, but did say the body was that of a young female. Obviously, because of the condition of the body, she was unable to give any further findings. Police believe the body had probably been there since the day she disappeared or not long after." A second post-mortem ordered by South Lakeland coroner Cyril Prickett failed to add anything further. Inspector Mike Forrester of Cumbria Constabulary stated at an inquest hearing that it was unclear whether all of Ahmed's body parts had been found, and that DNA tests made it a 1 in a billion chance that the remains were those of anyone other than Shafilea. Ahmed's dentist said he was 90% sure that the lower jaw found was hers after examining the dental work carried out on it. Ahmed's parents, 51-year-old taxi driver Iftikhar Ahmed and 48-year-old housewife Farzana Ahmed, were released without charge after briefly having been arrested along with 5 other members of her extended family. Several of Ahmed's poems interested the police, notably I Feel Trapped, which is said to reflect Ahmed's despairing emotional state and describe a hopeless life with a family that ignored her and that she had run away from home several times. Ahmed's friend Sarah Bennett recalled an occasion when Ahmed had been branded a slut by her mother for dyeing her hair and wearing false nails. Neighbour Sheila Costello said, "She has been reported missing twice before and been found staying with friends. We heard they had an argument over an arranged forced marriage and that Shafi had run away. I hope nothing terrible has happened to her." After 3 years, Cheshire Constabulary had not established a suspect, although 8 members of Ahmed's family were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. Proceedings against them were dropped. An unidentified human hair not from members of her immediate family was reportedly found on Ahmed's foot. Ahmed's younger sister Alicia arranged a robbery that took place at her parents' house on 25th of August 2010, during which she, her brother, sisters and parents were in the house. She was arrested and told police that her parents had killed Ahmed. She told police that after trying to force Ahmed to accept the arranged marriage, her parents were afraid her refusal would bring shame on the family. So her father put a plastic bag in Ahmed's mouth and suffocated her to death. On 7th of September 2011, Cheshire Police announced that Ahmed's parents had been charged with her murder. Their trial began in May 2012 and they were both found guilty of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 25 years on 3rd of August 2012. Mr. Justice Roderick Evans said, "An expectation that she live in a sealed cultural environment separate from the culture of the country in which she lived was unrealistic, destructive and cruel." Cheshire Police purposely did not refer to events as an honour killing, clarifying they do not legally recognise the term and that what had happened was simply murder. After the trial, police were said to be looking into the possibility that Ahmed's parents had help when they dumped her body in 2003, and that they were looking into new information revealed during the trial. In August 2012, the chief executive at Bradford Council for Moss encouraged anybody knowing about the case to come forward and said his group would help police.